Hello there, welcome. We're on to level 9 of the Solar System Devil Worlds. I can't remember what it's called. Help from Norway, I think. So I guess more alliance type stuff related here. Basically, the Dakini are the mightiest of the 3 tribes we must face. I can only see 2. I fear that if they are not stopped, they will unleash a terrible... This is the same... Something's messed up, guys. Okay, so the message is irrelevant because it looks like the language file doesn't work for this level either. Just check the other levels and they worked fine apart from the previous one and now this one. So we don't know what the goal is here, but there's 2 tribes. We've got this is the Matak tribe. A nice looking map again. There's a stone head over there. And there's the Dakini tribe. They've got a vault of knowledge for... I think that was a... What the hell was that? Ah, shit, I need to alt tab again. I forgot that. Oh, Jesus. Right, whatever. Okay. We'll use this. I had to alt tab again because there was a setting wrong, and it's alt tabbing on D3D version. As I've said multiple times, you're probably sick of me repeating this. It messes the mouse up. It makes the mouse DPI increase by like 3,000. I don't know why it does that, but it does. See, I can't control the mouse. It's too quick for me. It wouldn't be a problem if this was the same speed all the time. It's the fact that it changes and then you're not used to it. I could play with this speed if I could set this speed as default, but my mouse is so old it just defaulted to 2000 DPI. I don't even think it's true 2000 DPI anymore because it just doesn't feel like it anymore. I don't know. My mouse is about 14 years old. Oh, it's older than some of you! Maybe. My mouse is probably older than the collective age of the Populous matchmaker. At least maturity-wise. You know what I mean? Let's build these huts up. Alright. Applying for jobs while you're in the background. Man has been rejected from a role. I'm in the background of you, James. Want some like pep talk in the background or something? How can I give you some pep talk? Where do you apply for jobs at? Where do you look for your jobs, James? I've obviously been looking for jobs myself when I get back to England. And I miss the old government job centre website. I think it went like 8 years ago or something, 7 years ago. It used to be really good, it was perfect. And then they got rid of it. Now you have to use shit like Reed, which isn't so bad, but Indeed.co.uk is absolute garbage. I remember going on that, like, I think when I was, what, 8 years ago, when I was really naive, I went on Indeed, I signed up for this, I was looking for a job, and it was some sort of just call centre thing, or call centre with like IT training on board or something, so you can learn to be like an IT help desk, but they teach you about, I don't know, all the programming stuff, things like that. Me being so naive, really wanting a job, and just kind of flabbergasted, I rang up, no I didn't ring up, obviously I sent me CV or whatever. They contacted me for a telephone interview. This is via the Indeed website, by the way, guys, so I don't trust that site anymore. They contacted me to conduct a telephone interview right there and there. They didn't phone me to say we'd like to schedule a telephone interview with, I guess, someone. No, this guy rings up, very sketchy. Says that someone's listening on the line, the manager's listening on the line, which, in hindsight, why the hell would he be doing that? And he's going to do the telephone interview with me, so I was flabbergasted, gave some really shit interview. I remember it being terrible. I was bad. And then he goes, right, just 1 minute, after like 5 minutes, so he goes, 1 minute, I'm going to speak with the manager and see if he's someone you want for the job. And then he comes back and says, yes, the manager is interested, which is obviously all very scammy. And then, it's just so funny thinking back. And then he says, yes, you got the job. I need to... yeah, long story short, he wanted me card details to start the training. And this has ever happened, guys. If you're applying for a job and they want to take your information to get you to pay for something, that's not a job. Don't do them stay. I just handed it over like, I really want a job. And this guy, don't know. I was thick. I was an idiot. So I went along with it, gave me details, and it was like £80 a month for this training. And he ended up giving me this link to this really like you know them like portals? Online portals? You normally have them for like schools and stuff. It was kind of like that. And someone would be like a different module given every month or something, but it looked very tacky. The website looked feckin' awful. I went on it, yeah, and I thought to myself, why am I paying for this? I don't want to study. I wanted a job. So I was like, what have I done? So I had to go through this rigmarole of trying to get it cancelled. So I wrote to my bank and said I want this cancelled. I contacted them, but they wouldn't take the phone call. I had to ring some other line. So I emailed them and everything, and I cancelled my debit as quick as I could. I got my money back, but I didn't lose anything. It was, and I got a lesson. It was like a free lesson, guys. And I'm passing it on to you now. So if you ever want a job and someone asks money for that job, that's not a job, guys. Someone's doing you. Now, probably you're more smarter than me. Bear in mind, I was like, how old was I? 20, looking for a job desperately. Yeah, there you go. Halloween, indeed, is trash. It is trash. It's full of garbage. It's like sponsored jobs in the top. Don't click on. It's like Google advertisers. Don't click on. Pen Hassan. Hi. Did you just give some bits? I don't even realise. Oh, I'm under attack. Shit. I didn't hear a sound. Maybe it hasn't worked. There should be a notification if you send bits. I don't recognise your name though, and you're already now you're number 1. Number 1. You've got a badge and everything. And you've got a crown. You've got a crown. Is that a Twitch Prime thing? You've got everything. You've got everything that I want. I'm jealous of all them little icons. This warrior is destroying me. Badge. Badge is gone. I'm so confused. All hail bits. Is that a fish? Are you putting fish in the chat? I don't know what that is. So confused. I don't keep on top with all these emojis. Why is there no like standard emotions on Twitch? Why is it like people's faces? And why is it not like just standard smile and wink stuff? It's not a fish. Okay. Yeah, James, I hate that about job sites. Where every job site you go on, you've got to build your application again and put it through something, and then attach your CV, then fill in all your job information again and again, and write your personal description on every single website. And some of them aren't actually optimized well, or they don't work in your browser. And I'm like, well, fuck that. If this company can't even get their basic website done, I am not applying. No fucking way. There are emojis. Oh, there's one. He's winking. 2 wink ones. I don't know what that first one is. It's like an alien. Like an alien. Okay, so this is... I don't even know what I'm doing, guys, because, like I said, there's a stone head over here that takes 8... Oh, Red House boats. They've got the... Oh, it's invisibility, guys. We found it. It's invisibility. Okay. We can get invisibility permanently for the rest of the campaign, I hope. The music's just started again. Why is that so... Why does it keep doing that? My player pause button's on this side of the keyboard, right? But I'm not even... My hand's on the mouse. And just the music just keeps starting. Get it. Get it. Okay, let's just... I don't know. We haven't really got many powerful spells. We could maybe put some towers around for defense. There's a lot of trees over this way. If we can just get some footing. They like to patrol here. We'll beat them to it. We'll take the trees to build some towers here for defense against the boats, potential boats of the Red Tribe. Maybe they'll go past here and get shot. My shaman's rolling. It's okay, though. She's okay. Right. My mouse is really quick. The resolution's really wide. It's not optimal for playing Populous. Anyone want to play Populous online, guy? You need to lower your resolution right down. Not too far down, like where you're looking like... You have to play like this. You don't want to play the Populous like this. That's too much. You certainly want to make it 800 by 600 minimum. Which is maximum, actually. You want to stand a chance. You want to stand a chance. You need to have a small screen. You need to have your mouse easy to move, and you also want to have bigger target to hit, rather than like minuscule targets. You've got to sacrifice visuals for gameplay when you play online. Just you got to do it. You got to do it. From a fan-made campaign, yes it is, indeed. You can post iOS and Droid emojis. Really? You can also type in Craig. If you've got better TTV installed, you can use my Craig emojis. If you type like Craig Foyen with a capital C, gotta be capitalized. 1, 2. As I was saying, I'm really disappointed that the language files aren't working. Jesus. What's going on here? She should walk into that. Oh, she went back. They're all walking into it now. I liked it. Running back. I don't know why they straightened me. They were actually into my base there. They could have just walked in. I've got no defense. Maybe we should rectify that. Oh, there's actually some guys running in. Braves, though. I think. What's going on here? Shaman. Okay, you think we can go and get this? What's it going to be? Firestone? It could be a Firestone. There's a Firestone invisibility on the map. I think there's only one stone head. The invisibility is over here in this Vault of Knowledge, which you don't need to worry about. It looks like it's similar to the level 7 of the original campaign, where the Vault of Knowledge is like right in the back of their base, so by the time you get it, you're going to win a level anyway, so it's pointless even going for. That was a mouthful there, I apologise. Sometimes I speak quick. I've been speaking too quick for you, just let me know. I know everyone's not a native English person. They desperately want to come here, so let's help them out. We're gonna put. Do we put preachers in here? No, we do. We put preacher in the middle one and Fireeyes in the other one. Yeah. Hello, Mahmood. How you doing? My man Mahmood sent me an email to wish me congratulations for my wedding. Thank you very much for that, Mahmood. I think I did reply. Wish Populous had a bigger online community. Yes. Yes. If only. The game's just too... I wouldn't say age is a problem, because you've got things like Age of Empires 2, which are currently massive, thanks to the revitalization of the HD version. But that's just a year... It was a year after Populous. This one's just got... I think what came down with it, people didn't know what the hell it was originally. Because they came to it from Populous, right? Populous was a top-down god simulator. This was completely different. But I think it took a lot of fans by surprise. They didn't like it. And if you look at any of the reviews back from then, you can see like reviews on IGN, like IGN 1999, 98. They didn't know what it was. They didn't know where to categorize it. And if you read any YouTube videos, well, I suppose you could read a YouTube video, get a transcript. But if you watch YouTube videos of Populous from big people, like there's some videos on YouTube where there's people who have like a Populous beginning video and it's got like 500,000 views. One that comes to mind is obviously the Nerds guy who did a video on Populous and he did an absolute disservice by only playing the 3 levels of the original campaign and using cheats in every single one. So that didn't do anything for the game. It looked terrible the way you do it like that. You didn't. And of course he wasn't good at all at the game. And then there was, I think Space Hamster did like a Populous the beginning type review and he didn't really know what the hell he was talking about. It's just like nobody like did the research. So yeah. And then there's Gamer Zach who did a stream of December last year. Gamer Zach invited me onto his stream. He's got 70,000 subscribers now. He had about 50,000 at the time, and he did a Populous stream for an hour. And of course, people from the Matchmaker jumped on his Twitch and started hurling abuse and everything. So why the hell would people come to Populous when their response to a YouTuber with a lot of viewers, a lot of potential, you know? Why would people want to come and play online when that's the mentality? It doesn't make sense. And then these are the people who have the gall to tell me that I'm the one that is hurting the Populous community when I've been... For the first year and a half on YouTube, I was doing nothing but promote Populous and the community. And then when after a year and a half, it just got even more sour. It's like, well, what's the point in wasting your time? It doesn't get anywhere. They do the things to themselves. Because the Populous The Populous community could grow, it just needs a separate community. And unfortunately, the game's not big enough to warrant anyone to do that. That's the realization, guys. Live it. Hello, DG. We came on GOG for 85 cents. The original boss just couldn't be born for the. It's nice that you. I don't know who the money goes to from GOG. I'm guessing EA still get a cut, but you can pick the game up for free. The game's free anywhere these days. There's downloads for this game everywhere. There's downloads all over my my YouTube channel. The GOG version is also a bit buggy. It causes a lot of issues. There's no real support for it. It defaults, right? It actually defaults to Windows 95 compatibility mode, so you need to disable that immediately. Otherwise, it just doesn't start on Windows 10. It's a real nightmare, the GOG version. Can I get attacked here? Is there a way to rebind the camera rotate keys up 3? You mean like to WASD? That's what I do. Not in the game, no. You need to use an outside program. It takes a lot of twinking around as well. Twinking? Isn't that like being gay? Tweaking is what I mean to say. Yeah, people stop because there. It would be good. Discord does, if the developer installs something into the game, you can play games via Discord now, can't you? So if Populous was had like a developer, if the game wasn't dead and had like official support, then you could just get it to play by Discord, and people could play through Discord and set games that way, without having to go through the rigmarole of interacting with people they don't like. Okay, what's going on here? Are they attacking? Oh yeah, go on, do it! I built these towers and put no one in. Oh, it is a firestorm. Something's happening. Okay, I got a firestorm. Something's erupting. Otherwise, there's an earthquake just going off. I think it might just be an effect. Yeah, it's just an effect. No worries. I'm just busy talking while the base. It's like playing Sim Village here for a moment. Just busy talking to you guys. And just like, you know when you drive your car and then like 5 minutes later you can't remember how you got there. It was a bit like that. Human muscle memory in them instances is pretty cool. You don't remember how you got there, but you got there safe. Apparently, it's actually very, very safe because your mind already knows what to do in the moment. You're obviously paying attention to do. You just forget how you did. Yeah, I use DG Voodoo as well, the DG. Did you make that? Did you make DG Voodoo the DG? I don't need to use DG Voodoo, I just use it for using the D3D version. So it makes it work, like what we're on now, the hardware version. I never had any issues with Populous. I never used the GOG version, that'd be why, but on Windows 10 I never had any issues, but the hardware version never worked. Software version was fine. But with DG Voodoo it lags the software version, but at least I get to play this version, which is a lot better. I like this version though. Well, it comes with its hiccups, but that's Populous. It wouldn't be Populous if it didn't come with its hiccups. They've landed again. They've landed again. Matt got banned and made his own MM. Did you know, Craig? Didn't. Unfortunately, it's about 12 years too late. I doubt it'll last. What is Red doing? Are they trying to get to me? Nice. Problem is, I'm going on the matchmaker, it's just not recognizable anymore. You don't recognize anyone. People change the name every month. I don't know who anyone is. And all the nice people aren't really there anymore. And if they are, I don't know who they are because they changed the name. You go in, you think, I don't recognize this place, I don't recognize anyone. People are being abusive to one another. I mean, there's a line between abusive and just like talking trash after a game. That's fine. I mean, everyone does that as long as you don't insult one another personally. But some things that they talk about in there, like child pedophilia and stuff, it's like, Christ. I've just tolerated myself. And I applied to be a moderator to fix those things, but when I did moderate, my moderations just got cancelled out, so what the hell was the point anyway? Everything just got overruled. I'm not going to go into it. Not worth getting into, I don't care anymore. I'm going back to England very soon. I'll put this all behind me. I think it would have been nice to have like an author community. Just, you know, anything in life, it's nice to have two options, because competition is what drives success. There was the Populous mana source that was supposed to happen 10 years ago. That died. But the problem with them guys is they just copied the matchmaker and just made their own matchmaker. Why people choose to copy a matchmaker, it doesn't make sense. Like they have the same design, huts on the left, people on the right. If you're going to make a carbon copy of the same thing, it was never going to work. You need to make something better. But, and again, there's no team really. People who do this just do it voluntarily. So I guess we should be happy that there is a service there that allows people to play online. Are they attacking me again? These guys are terrible. Just swamp them all. I think this team's dead. This team's dead now. Let's send in the troops. Wrap it up. Send them all, like... We'll send them Braves as well. I know. Hello, Titanic. Come to watch some Devil Worlds. Multiplayer also has a difficult learning curve and too many people play CES. Well, when I came back 2 years ago, I had a word with Stasek, the guy who created CES, and we agreed that the map wasn't played at the intention it was supposed to be played, so we fixed it, and then there was community backlash. But for me, that level just promotes like really bad gameplay. And really kind of toxic gameplay, just cutting people off and then just smacking them to death. Like, I've been through this plenty of times. It's a terrible map. And it was created before things like the rating system existed. It was created as a fun map to mess about with. You know, most of the Asgard Worlds maps were like that. They created for fun. But it was created before the rating system came in. Then the rating system came in, and the rating system rating system, like, it's a ranked game regardless of the map. The only ones that aren't actually ranked by default are things like shaman battles. But I always said there should have been like some rules. There goes the green chef. Should have been some rules that indicates what is a ranked game. I've got to build boats to win this. I can't even just land bridge over here. What's going on here? This guy's taking all my men. Honestly, the amount of people are still making campaigns for this game, which in itself is awesome. Like, the multiverse created by Toxicity, that's easily the most... What's this? I want some of this. Oh, what is going on? That guy survived? I am the worst shaman. The multiverse, easily the most creative of all campaigns we've ever seen in Populous, introducing bridges and things, you know, aesthetically. And new mechanics, new spells. We just got finished playing that a while ago, that's why we're doing Devil Worlds now. So obviously the fact that people are still creating things for this game is awesome, and I think they should be highlighted more than the multiplayer. I think if anything, people who remember this game remember it for the multiplayer, for the single player. Not many people actually play it online. So that's what you really should cater to that. A community that built around just showcasing all the single player stuff and modding and things would be cool. Especially with the new version of Populous that's in the works. There is the beta version currently now with... it's actually really good. If it didn't resync and bug and crash out, it's so much better. It fixes so much. It's so much smoother. It's 60 FPS. It's just so much better, the current version. It needs development time from the guy who's currently working on it, but he hasn't got time. It's voluntary. Did you know that Matter containing your allies here? No, why are they attacking each other? You said the gold game is buggy. What do you recommend? Install the original with expansion and community patch. Gold West Finance identical original CD patch. Why is everyone coming on the stream now? What's going on? Oh Jesus, we're under attack. Oh, the first time we're under attack with the boats, which is cool. FPS, yeah, man. Red sent troop to help Matic out. Really? Okay, I didn't notice that because they just sort of stood there. I thought they were bugged, but I guess that makes sense. They were allied, actually. All right, we need a boathouse. Sucks. There we go. Yeah, the 60 FPS in the 60 FPS comparison video, you can see just how much smoother it is. Not to mention all the bug fixes as well. God, all the bug fixes. 20 years of Populous, all bugs are part of the game, and it's like the debates on is it a bug, is it a glitch that needs to stay, was it intended, was it not intended? Who the hell makes that decision? That's the question. Oh, look at this guy! I'm not got a preacher here? Okay, we're doing two. The Path of the God Chosen is the easiest after the official. I never played that one because it looks like it would just be frustrating. I've said plenty of times, I think the best thing about Populous campaigns is progression. Somewhat of a storyline. Unlocking new things each time. I'm not a fan of the just... each level's just completely like... Unless they can tie it up really well. Tie it in. As to why you don't have them spells and that knowledge anymore. Like the multiverse, you're in a multiverse, and some things aren't there, some things are. You can sort of get away with that kind of law. But Path of the God Chosen? I don't know. It just looked more frustrating than anything. And if I was playing without streaming or putting it on video or talking, I could play it. But it's not very entertaining to watch, I think, those type of things. I wonder that Inca is still running the server. I do believe so. I do believe he's currently in the chat, if you'd like to ask him. I don't know how much the server costs to run. We upgraded the clan server for Asgard last year, and we're paying £6 a month. Keep it going. It's quite a good server. The previous one was really terrible. We're paying like £10 a year, so now we're paying £6 a month. Keep it running. It stores a lot of data. We're happy about. So we get 10 boats, and let's get a series of men to bring some wood over here. What time are we on? Nearly 30 minutes. It's just been talking. I didn't even realise what level we're playing. Because the mission information's all incorrect, there's no like story here that we can get invested into. This is gonna be the busiest chat ever. If you don't need amazing uptime, you can get pretty cheap VPS nowadays. I have a VPS? No, I have a VPN. Read that wrong. It's a VPS, but a virtual private server. What does that mean, Itanic? Explain to me. What benefits would I get from having that? You're the expert here. You just go on a boat with me, Shaman. Yeah, come on, let's go and do it. I'm wasting all this like mana. I'm not charging anything. I could be attacking red here. Oh, I'm also sitting in a very awkward position. Okay. Oh shit! Oh, that guy Dunnan. Dunnan? That did me. Did me good. Right, I'm always forgetting. Someone didn't... Toxicity, this was your responsibility. Remind me to drink my tea. Let me down. Let me down, Tox. You know how irresponsible I am. Cheap server. We need to get this man a second monitor, so you don't have to look at... Yeah. Never had a second monitor in my life. I would love it, but I'm in Argentina and I can't even afford to buy food some days. So Second one is out the question. So, yeah. This is my laptop that's very old and only just about runs Populous. I've got one more boathouse I can make. I've built one, and I can build one more if the flashing one indicates that. Whisk tea. Ugh. Let me remind you, Turkish people drink more tea than English people. I doubt it. I doubt it. There's like 100 million cups of tea drank every day. There's no way Turkey drinks that much. No way. Not a chance. I'll believe it when you give me the facts. I'm not going to take your word for it. I like to investigate things on my own. I'm not one of these Facebook people who reads a headline and believes everything, you know. I want some sources. I want credible sources. Don't want the Wikipedia. Anyone can edit the Wikipedia. Remember when you were at school and people used to say that? When like Wikipedia was new? Even now I think people still say that. Even though Wikipedia is probably the most credible source out of everything now. Anyone can edit it? Well, not really. No, not exactly. You can make your own wiki, I suppose, out of that crap. But the actual wiki, no. I'm trying to watch this chat now. I'm gonna get killed as I look down at my phone. We could buy some duct tape and tape your phone on top of your laptop. Not a bad idea. Or we could start some like stem cell research so I can grow a third arm. Just hold it with my third arm. I always think if someone had like an extra like appendage, they could do like, they get so many advantages. If a football player was born a huge abnormality, was born with a third fully functional leg, he could use it just like two other legs. I suppose the brain wouldn't be wired to use it, but let's just presume he can. Would he be allowed to play football, or would that just be banned? Because he could put the ball on top of one of his like feet and just run with the other two. Would that be allowed? Could a professional e-sport player be allowed to play if he's got 3 fully functional hands? So he's got 2 hands on the keyboard and one on his mouse. How galling would it be? Like to get beat in like an e-sport fight. I don't know. Let's say you're playing Populous against someone, and the guy's got 3 arms and he's smoking as he's beating you with like 1 arm. That would be soul destroying. Although to be fair, if you're not very good at this game and you're playing against other people, you can probably get beat by 1 hand. I wouldn't mind doing a 1-arm challenge against someone. I'll just use my mouse. You do the research, Mahmood, okay. How many people are in Turkey? What's the population of Turkey? I want to know. I've got 199 men. I didn't even realise. This has been a level of just pure discussion. What time are we on? 15:37. Also, do remember my mouse is currently messed up. I'm gonna get hit. Drink. My mouse is going a lot quicker than it should be, so I can't aim correctly. But you know, works. 80 million. Turkey's 80 million. I bet they have a lot of kebabs. Now, if you said kebabs to me and not tea, I would have believed you. No one in that tower. I love a good kebab. I haven't had a kebab in over 3 years. How bad is that? Don't find kebabs in... Well, I guess technically there is. You can occasionally find shawarma, which I guess is what is a kebab. It's kebab meat. But not a proper British greasy kebab. I haven't had one of them in a long time. Didn't you see Nigel Farage posted? Oh, I got killed for reading. See? Not worth it, guys. Right, I've got all these boats just lined up for like an army that I can't... I haven't got an army. I've got all these men, but I haven't got an army. You just send some Braves over. Every single one of the 80 million people are going to come to UK and steal all of our tea. Steal our tea. Oh no, I'm actually getting sources. Map of the country that drink the most tea. Well, I can't look at it right now, guys. I'm in a game, so you'll have to explain it to me. You'll have to explain it to me. You'll have to explain it to me. It's funny, guys. Funny man. One of these give it the shaman on. Wikipedia agrees with it. Wow. Yeah, but we're British, so anything we say is fact. Didn't you know that about us Brits? We conquered most of the world, so anything we say is fact. Okay? What did Turkey ever do? I think Turkey probably didn't do much, but the empires before it probably did quite a lot. I can't remember what empire was at Turkey. I want to say Byzantine, but that could be totally wrong. Oh, okay, now that there's troops in their base, they're coming to help. Alright. We're going to take them all. A couple of hypnotizers here. Maybe a swamp over there. We should have a men here to win the game. Oh, she's casting swarms. I've just missed, but she should go on the... Oh, I've saved her! I actually saved her! I knocked her over the... Where's she at? Can we find her? Did I get her? Oh, yes. Right where she landed. Thankfully she stopped moving, but I still got her as she landed. Oh, go back, go back, go back, go back, go back. Damn, go back. Oh, shit, I'm dead. Oh, I'm alive. Did I win? Nice. Of course, all my men here are just hypnotized men, so as soon as they turn... Yeah, as soon as they turn back. Let's get the oh, that's a terrible hypnotize. I could come in handy with that one preacher. These are my men. 7 pounds of tea consumed per year by Turkians. Is that how you call like a collective group of Turkish men? Turkish people? Turkians? I always just thought it was Turks. Or is Turks one of these derogatory words now that you can't say anymore? Much like Japs. When did Japs become like a derogatory term? It was after the World War II, I imagine. I remember the Eisenhower clips of him calling them Japs and stuff. I suppose if you're at war with someone, being derogatory is the least of their concern, I imagine. World War II, yeah. You with me, Lieutenant? You with me? The Ottoman Empire, that's right, that's what I was thinking of. Ottomans. Isn't an Ottoman like where you put like a piece of furniture in it, an Ottoman? Like a little stool slash chest? That's an Ottoman, right? I'm not talking nonsense here. Yeah, I'm right. The UK starting includes the Scottish. Oh, yeah, they don't drink tea in Scotland, man. Just drink... What do the Scots drink? Iron brew. That's what they drink in Scotland. Iron brew. Have we won this level? Is it over? This has been a long level for such a simple one. Too much talking. Too much talking. Too much engagement. I suppose that's why I came on Twitch after all. Go over. We won? Yes. There we go, guys. Got there in the end. Take care of yourselves.